Hello again, and welcome to another Affinity Designer tutorial. This is going to be a relatively short one, and it's basically this illustration here that I did. I've been selling it on Drive-Thru RPG as a piece of stock art. Excuse me. The problem is that the way I have designed it, it is all on a black background. That's the way I drew it originally. So if I remove the background, I end up with this. So the whole black thing is very important. So yeah, I could take it into a pixel, a raster-based program or Affinity Photo, etc., and do a quick mask. The problem with that is that yes, it would leave me a decent. It would remove the black background, but it would probably take everything else. So I'd have to go in and paint it manually. Also, if this was a color image, it would be even more awkward. So what I'm going to do is make this a transparent PNG for the clients as another option, because they probably would want a transparent PNG to put in one of their layouts or whatever. They may not want it to be stuck on a black background, and they may not want to have the hassle of removing the black background for themselves. So the first thing I would do is I would check the base of the screen, the white pane here at the very back, and I would obviously see that it's not set to having a transparent background. So even if I export this now after I did this masking technique, it would still be on white. So I'm going to go to File, Document Setup, and I'm going to click on Transparent Background, and as soon as I do that, you'll see that it's now giving us these grey and white little pixels indicating that the white background is gone. So I'm just going to move the black piece back into place. The second thing I'm going to do is I added some extra bits to this illustration while I was doing it. That's me not being able to not fiddle with stuff. But as you can see, it's all vector pieces, quite a number of them. So I'm going to select everything, and I'm just going to Command G to make it a group. So we have this, and all the pieces on all the individual pieces are, as you can see, there's quite a number of them, are now nice and tidy. The second thing I want to do is now I'm going to make my vector mask. If I wanted this to be extremely precise, I'd use the pen tool, but I don't want to do that. I want to still have a little bit of the artistic flair and give it a bit of a hand-drawn look. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to close these. We have a spare layer, create a spare layer. I'm going to just call it mask just so you guys can see it. And I'm going to make it red, so it's very stark. And now I'm then going to make it about 50%. So if I wanted this to be extremely precise, as I said, I could use the pen tool and I could start doing this. Got the pen tool, and I could start doing this. Let's just do one section for now. And then we'll fill it take it to 50% so you can see. So that would be the mask, the start of the mask, and we would do the whole thing, of course. And we would probably adjust it like so. Just grabbing the line and adjusting the nodes. So as you can see, it's pretty accurate. And of course, I would do this. I would continue around doing the whole image. Now, there's a couple of things. One, I want to leave a bit of black around here, so I want to utilize the black background. Again, that would be a bit of a nightmare to do if you were trying to do it via pixels, a pixel masks selection, like via a raster quick mask or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the pencil tool here, and I'm going to have the length of the rope at 65 up here. And I'm just going to use the mouse. As I said in my last tutorial, I'm using the trackball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making my mask. It's red, 50%, and you'll see how I do it. Now, I want to leave a bit of black space, as I was saying, to give it a border. At the moment, there is no border. So you'll see how that works now in a sec. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start dragging the rope, and I'm going to roughly follow the contours. Now, the contour of the cop's helmet. And again, it doesn't have to be too accurate. Now you can see that my mask, I'm just going to close this for a second. You can see that the mask here there's a bit of a gap away from the white, and this is of course going to be the black background once this mask is complete. A little bit thick there, so I can go in and just adjust it. I'll probably use the handles instead, just a little bit. Up here I haven't left enough, so again I'll just come in with the handles, adjust it something like that. Okay, that's fine. What I will do is, I don't want to keep selecting this lower layer, so I'm just going to lock it like so. Now, sorry, let's lock everything. So now I can't touch it or select it when I don't want to. So I'm going to again use the N key shortcut to select the pencil tool. I'm going to continue on the mask, and I'm just going to simply go over the bit that I have done before. And if I need to adjust it, I can just simply do this. Break it off as its own piece and continue on again. Just find it a bit easier to do it that way. And roughly contour the white, but leave enough black gap so we'll have that in the end image. I'm doing this quite quickly, but you could really go into detail on really contour this if you wanted to. But again, I don't think that suits the style for me. I want it a little bit rough. And you can see I'm just every time I do a bit, I'm just releasing them, and they have. So at the moment we've got, as you can see here, we've got a load of different masks. So I'm just going to move them into the one mask layer, and I'm going to select everything, all the curves, and I'm just going to go up to the Boolean operation and I'm going to hit add. Now they're all just one mask, just one piece. And we'll continue on. And obviously with the 50%, I can obviously see what I'm doing. If it was at 100%, I would be, it would be very hard to mask something. And you can leave as much thickness of the white line as you want. I mean, that would be down to your own personal preference. And again, I'll do the same thing. I'll select those 3 layers here and Boolean operation, bang, and they become one mask again. Back to our pencil tool, and again we can follow around. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to visualize your black line that will remain after you've done your mask, but you can always go in and fix that after it's done anyway. So now we're approaching the end. Around the signature, and I'm just going to fill that in with another quick piece, and then we just again select all, and now we have our mask done. Looks okay. So I'm just looking if it's too thin in any areas. We can bolster that out if need be. If you need to add, you can always double click and add another node as well. So we could bring that in, and or if it's too curvy, you can just add another node. Now I'm going to bring this in here again, add a node, bring it in. Maybe this is a bit thick here. I don't want it, like you can see here, it's gone a little bit skew-if, but I don't really mind that. I think it adds to the hand-drawn charm, if you will. If you were using the pen tool, it would be like very mechanical looking, and that may be what you would want if you were doing icons or something. That you would want very kind of precise and to look precise. Here I just don't need that so much. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of a tangent there. It's a little bit too close. I think that maybe is a little bit too bubbly. Same here. Just adding nodes. Yeah. Okay, so let's leave it at this for now. So as you can see, we've got our whole mask done. And all as we do is we drag the mask on top of our, now I've made a mistake there, I'm going to Control Z that. Don't forget to select your mask, bring it up to 100% opacity, and then do what I did, which is drag the mask down on top of viewer. And now we're left with our cop, our future cop, that is, I think we can get rid of that layer. We're now left with our future cop that we could, anyone can bring into a project, you know, some developer, designer, bring it into a project, and there you have it. So I hope you found that useful. assuming you want to make vector masks, that is. Um, if you have any like questions or feedback, drop me a line. And yeah, please hit subscribe, as I'll be uploading quite a few more Affinity tutorials. I was asked to do some simpler tutorials, so I will be doing that as well.